Welcome to Home Brew by J.W. Martin Real Estate, where we uncover the true stories of what's brewing in South Carolina's local business scene. I'm Joey Martin, and each week we sit down with the ones who are pushing through the grind. Business owners, creators, and community leaders who have fought through the tough times and come out stronger. No fluff, just real stories, smart insights, and a whole lot of lessons learned the hard way. Let's dive in. Welcome to Home Brew, where we learn the stories behind striving businesses. We'll discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of entrepreneurship and business. Today, doing things a little bit different. Just going to be me today. Not going to have a guest on the show today. It's going to be me. Oftentimes I'm asked, I think most of the listeners know that I own a real estate brokerage, also invest in real estate, also do some developing of real estate as well. So kind of all things real estate. And quite often I would ask, what makes a great real estate agent? And I think on a surface level, most people think a great real estate agent is someone with a good personality or somebody that has the life of the party or just very outgoing. A lot more to real estate than having an outgoing personality. As a matter of fact, over the years, I've seen many real estate agents that are not very outgoing at all. They're more introverted. There's certainly your fair share out there that are very outgoing and very extroverted, but it can work either way. It just depends on, I would say, work ethic. But let's talk about the top three things that I would say makes a great real estate agent. So let's start with number one, honesty and integrity. That can't be said enough. You have to be a trustworthy person to be in this business. And obviously you have to work hard to make real estate sleazy. You have to work hard at it because there's a lot of rules and regulations in place that prevent you from making it very sleazy. So if you get sleazy with it, it's because you wanted to, and you work pretty hard to make it happen. But I'm interviewing agents and looking for agents on my team. I look for people that I'd usually love to have someone that's been referred by someone else, just because they come worthy and well qualified, and someone else has had great experience with them, considers them a friend that's a friend of mine, then that's a good start. And that's a good start. So honesty and integrity, do what you say you're going to do. Come through with what you say you're going to come through with. And, it's a business where things happen, that you can't control. And when things like that happen, be the person that's very transparent, be the person that's super honest, that goes over and above with communication, and lets the client know, hey, something didn't work out. The buyer's financing fell through, or there's some items on the repair list that these folks just aren't willing to take care of. You can't always deliver positive news. So get comfortable with delivering both good and bad news, and just being extremely transparent and extremely honest, and working with in an ethical fashion. So that's number one. I would say honesty and integrity. Number two, communication and listening skills. Communication and listening skills. You have to, one of my coaches over the years, he used to say, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them proportionately. So listen twice as much as you talk. Because oftentimes in real estate, you'll find agents that are trying to force their deal of the week on somebody, or trying to force the properties that they're listing on someone, rather than taking the time to sit down and have a good discovery session with the client and find out exactly what it is they're looking for. Beyond just bedrooms and baths and price per square foot, beyond that stuff, let's talk a little bit more about your personal situation and why are you moving to the area? Why are you relocating? Why the reasoning behind the transition? Because in real estate, there's usually a milestone in someone's life that's happening while they're moving, maybe in addition to the family. So they need more space, maybe getting a little older. So they need to downsize. They can't climb stairs anymore. Maybe having some great success in life. So it's time to get a little bit bigger home, or having some great success and they'd start investing in properties, and maybe need to take advantage of some of the tax advantages that come along with investing in property. But yeah, I would say be a very active listener. Listen to what the needs of the client are, uh, and have creative solutions for for a variety of different scenarios. Have creative solutions. And the third thing I would say is, and one of the most important, is persistence and problem solving. Persistence and problem solving. I can't express enough how important this is. This is not just for real estate agents, but this is just, if you're an entrepreneur in general, you have to be persistent and you have to have great problem solving skills, because as an entrepreneur in real estate, especially, it's not like you get your license and then people are just lining up down the street to come use you as a real estate agent. You have to be persistent. You have to be willing to get a little uncomfortable. You have to be willing to pick up the telephone and make phone calls. You have to be willing to consistently, if you're looking to have a presence on social media, you have to be able to consistently put out content. You have to be willing to get out and network and meet people. So you have to be a very persistent individual. But problem solving, being someone that seeks the answer to their own problem first before going to just running for help. I can't say enough how important problem solving is in real estate and just in entrepreneurship in general. Because so many people, so many agents I see, I mean, down to, I've had agents ask me before, "Hey, Joey, do you know where 123 Smith Street is? Did you try Google Maps?" That's a little bit extreme, but it has happened. That kind of a question happens often in a real estate office. It's try to find the answer yourself first before just going to the broker or going to a team lead. Try to figure out your own answers first, because there's something to be said for figuring out situations on your own. If you figured it out on your own, now that's committed to memory. That's something that you're not going to forget. If you just go and ask somebody to help you, and people are just quick to give an answer or quick to fill out a contract for you or quick to just be over helpful. When you're over helpful like that, it is enabling and produces weak agents. Problem solving skills are very important, because things come up in real estate transactions that require just a good quality problem solving skills. Financing with a traditional bank may not work out for somebody, but most agents will just let that fall by the wayside. You're, if you're a problem solver, you'll dig a little bit deeper and see if maybe there's some alternative means of financing, the possibility of owner financing, or there's also DSCR loans and other solutions. And that's just for that particular problem. But there's all sorts of problems that come up in a real estate transaction. And it's our job as real estate professionals to be the calm in the storm. There's already enough going on in a real estate transaction to make enough chaos in the client's life. That's one of the most stressful things that people go through. They say 70% of real estate transactions, and 70% of real estate transactions, people cry at some point during a real estate. That's how stressful it is. And so it's our job as professionals to be the calm in the storm. And if we don't know the answer, just know, hey, relax. It's okay. I'm going to find the answer out to this, and make sure you go find the answer. And so we don't always find a solution for every problem, but as far as JW Martin Real Estate, we have a 97% closing ratio of people that go to contract with us. 97% of them go to the closing table. Industry wide, it's about 80%, maybe 81. So that's how much difference it can make in being a great problem solver versus just someone who gives up too easily. Yeah, I guess that's and summary. Let's go back over the top three things that make a great real estate agent. I would say honesty and integrity, number one. Honesty and integrity, number one. Being an active listener, number two. And excuse me, active listener / communication and listening skills, being an active listener, and also persistence and problem solving. Persistence and problem solving. If you got those three things, then you have the traits. It's a good foundation to start from in real estate. I appreciate you guys listening today. And I hope this was informative. And if anyone is interested in pursuing a career in real estate, JW Martin Real Estate is hiring. And we actually have, quite honestly, more business than our agents can handle at the moment. You will have at bats with our real estate team, have a variety of different compensation plans. We do have a cap system with 100% commission is one of our options. We do provide leads, ridiculous amount of leads, so much so that agents are overwhelmed. I've had agents recently sold 9 homes in a month. One recently sold 12 homes in a month. So that's the kind of success that that is possible with the right systems and processes in place. And we've got that here at JW Martin Real Estate. So if you have an interest in pursuing a career in real estate, reach out to us. Give us a call. And thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Home Brew, where local entrepreneurs share their stories, challenges, and victories. Remember, every big business started with a bold idea and the courage to take the first step. So stay inspired, keep building, and join us next time as we continue to celebrate and support our local business community. Until then, keep hustling and making an impact right here at home. Thank you so much.
That's it for this episode of Home Brew. If it resonated with you or gave you a fresh perspective, share it with someone else who's working hard to make their mark. Subscribe, stay curious, and remember, no matter the challenge, keep pushing forward because success is brewed one step at a time. We'll see you next time. Same place, new story.